remember what Joe was like before his caffeine addiction. So happy, so free. He had the world, and he thought he was headed for the top. Took a tumble down the stairs. You know, he's still happy, he's still fine. Even though he broke 3 ribs, still happy.
I remember when Joe wasn't addicted to coffee. He had good grades, lots of friends, he even had a nice girlfriend. But he started hanging out with a bad crowd, started getting less sleep. He even stopped showing up to our LARPing sessions. We lost the castle because of him. Then, took a turn for the worse.
One October morning, I went into the closet to get a roll of paper towels. And there I found Joel. He was lying on the floor, a cup of coffee in his hand, drool on his mouth and on the floor, pee all over his pants. I called 911 immediately. I was so worried for Joe. The paramedics showed up, and they took him right away. He was completely unresponsive. They worked on him for hours, and God willing, he finally came back to us. God bless, Papa bless. But God, we never thought he was never going to come back. They said it was the worst case of caffeine crash they'd ever seen. He was incredibly lucky.
After the overdose, it was clear that Joe needed some help. So we put him in an inpatient rehab center to get over his addiction. But as it turns out, in the rehab center, most of what you do is you drink coffee, which is not a good environment for someone who is addicted to it. But through strong will and perseverance, Joe was able to overcome his addiction by himself.
So how did your addiction start?
Yeah, you know, as probably with anybody who gets hooked, it was never something that I meant to happen. It would start out as just a once-in-a-while thing. If I was really tired before school, I would have a coffee, or if I'd had a long night. But unfortunately, it just kind of spiraled out of control. You know, before I knew it, it was a 3 or 4 time a day habit, and I just couldn't stop.
So when did you realize you had a problem?
Yeah, I guess I realized I had a problem when the baristas at Starbucks started to know my name before I even told it to them. And they always knew my order before I got to tell them too. I mean, I'd walk in the door and it'd be ready by the time I got to their front of the line. They knew me so well. I was there every day.
So how are you doing now?
Yeah, you know, I'm over 2 years clean and sober from caffeine now, which I'm very happy about and proud of. But it's been a long journey, you know, I'm not going to lie. And it wasn't too long after starting my own personal rehab program that I had my first relapse. And that was a really tough time in my life, and that was really hard to go through. Basically, the way it happened was I was in a Barnes & Noble's one day, and there was this attendant that was working there that was handing out free cappuccino samples. And I didn't want to do it, I didn't want to try it, but she was just really headstrong, and I just couldn't say no. And that was a really, really tough time for me and my family to go through. But after that, I've had a lot of great success, and I'm very proud of what I've done from that point on. And you know, I want to thank my friends and family for helping me with it and helping me get to where I'm at today. And also, you know, another thing that's helped me a lot is I have a lot of hobbies that help me stay distracted and not think about the caffeine. You know, I do croquet, stamp collecting, things like that, and really just helps me clear my mind. And one other thing that really helps me take my mind off of it is I do copious amounts of cocaine.
You do cocaine now?
Oh yeah, I do tons of this stuff. I mean, it's great. It gives me the same rush that caffeine used to give me, and it doesn't give me all the harmful side effects. You know, the only possibly bad part, the downside to it is that it's kind of an expensive habit, and so I've kind of had to start, you know, thieving from my friends and family to support my habit, which they don't really care about too much as long as I'm off the caffeine. So yeah, but that's what I'm doing now, basically. But anyways, we should probably kind of start to wrap this up because I got to go see a guy in a warehouse about a sale, so.